Is this working? Can you guys hear me? I'm so confused by this. I'm trying a new webcam. Shit. Does it look okay? I'm in Central Time. Does it look okay? Sound okay? Sound check's faint. Faint, but like clear or like shit. I'm just trying to figure it out still. Yeah, homie. Anyways, what's going on, dudes? I've just been trying to troubleshoot this camera for like a little bit. We bought this to record some Marvin concerts. We just got home from tour. Want to hear a song I wrote? just wrote this one. Ah. Thinking about going to the bridge. I had an idea for the bridge. It's like. Ish. Oh, Maggie, if you took one last look at my heart, you'd be surprised, but it is tearing apart. I'll never forget you, but I'm gonna let you slip away, 'cause you're better off with him than with me. Maggie, in a way it's okay to let go. We had our day, and by now both of us know there's no use pretending this isn't the ending, and it's clear you're better off with him. The last thing you said, leaving my bed, was I didn't think you would mind, but I do. It hurts me to know that I couldn't show you the love you were hoping to find. Maggie, if ever you need one last kiss, come by again and our lips could reminisce. I'll be thinking of you. In my way I love you, but it's clear you're better off with him. Is that a standard? No, I wrote that one. Um, oh, First you've heard me wordsmithing. I wrote a bunch of tunes. How much transcribing do I actually have to do to get good? I don't know. Try to do some. See how it feels. Transcribing is not for everybody. Um, some people really dig it. Some people, you know. But yeah, it's never a bad idea to transcribe some stuff. But it's a bad idea to sit down and just try to like obsessively learn it. You know, like there's even I don't know. It's just like you just don't want to waste time doing busy work. I guess that's the problem. There's a lot to be learned from like getting things exactly right about like placement and time and tone and touch. And there's a lot of stuff you could learn about harmony, but there's also a lot of stuff you can learn from very little bits of music, you know? So none of it's really a waste of time if you are very, let's say, deliberate about what you're trying to get out of it. But I think most people just treat it like you know, a multivitamin where it's just like it's just good no matter how you do it. And when you go into something like what is transcribing, right? It's like you figure out what somebody else played and you're just learning from music. So what resolution are you actually studying in? I guess would be the question. And for most people, I would say it's a pretty low resolution. So if you can make it a very, like, you know, if you're going to study Charlie Parker and during that study, you figure out a way of sounding exactly like Charlie Parker, not just repeating his notes, but sounding like the same placement of the rhythm, same touch, same tone, same everything, then be like, God damn, you learned a lot. You sound amazing, you know, but it's probably not going to happen that way, right? So if you're just going to hack your way through something, probably not going to get too much out of it, you know? So I'd say, yeah. Um, hey man, any advice on how I should study a player without necessarily just copying his licks? Um, I don't know. I mean, if you're studying a player, you should copy his licks. You should just also have the maturity that when the time comes to play something in a for real situation, you're just not gonna be like a weasel. Just don't be a pussy and play those licks. It's not about like ignorance is not the way. It's not about not knowing a Stevie Ray Vaughan lick or not knowing a Jeff Beck lick. It's just about when it's time for you to speak. Are you going to use them verbatim, or are you going to resist that urge and just make up something? You know, I think that's a better approach. So you want to. I don't think it's necessarily like avoiding study. Ignorance is just never the way. But yeah. Uh, how long did it take you to write that song? You guys want to hear another? Long time. All my songs took me a very, very, very long time to write. Um, yeah. Um, gorgeous sounding. Thank you. Another. All right. Here's another. This one's called Au revoir, Cecile goes like this. Hand in hand, we walk beside the rocking sailboats, with the sunset on the old port of Marseille. An inverted city painted on the water, lighting the bay. Couples crowded the cafes along the harbor, as a golden glow engulfed the Ferris wheel, and a row of street lamps lit up the cathedral, perched on the hill. Then I said, it's not too late to reconsider. And she took her head, and she shook her head, and looked into my eyes, as the music of accordions ascended through starlit skies. I stared off into the water for a moment, hoping maybe I could hide the way I feel. As she turned around and left, I softly whispered, au revoir, Cecile. Then I said, it's not too late to reconsider. And she shook her head and looked into my eyes, as the music of accordions ascended through starlit skies. I stared off into the water for a moment, hoping maybe I could hide the way I feel. As she turned away and left, I slowly whispered, au revoir, Cecile. There you go. Yeah. Name of the tune. Oh, you're not gonna find it anywhere. I wrote it. It's called Au revoir, Cecile. Never recorded it. I've just been digging through old tunes and like trying to. I don't even have any of these lyrics memorized, other than like one or two. So it's rough. Except on YouTube tonight, right? Yeah, I found some really awesome ones I wrote. I mean, I like them. but some really nice, like standardy ones. This one's nice. It's like I gave up trying to resist all the memories of you, even though I know I probably should walk away. It's too bad this heart of mine would not. I won't do as I say. I think about you every day when I see couples holding hands, families sitting for supper, parents in a garden watching children at play. I can't seem to keep my mind from going astray. I think about you every day. One time I almost made it to the evening, but the sunset was as somber as your eyes. Today your smile spread slowly through the sunrise. The moment that I looked up in the skies, I wouldn't say you crossed my mind. You stay in place like a roadblock, jamming every traffic lane along the highway. Maybe you're still here because I want you to stay. I think about you every day. One time I almost made it to the evening, but the sunset was as somber as your eyes. Today your smile spread slowly through the sunrise. The moment I looked up into the skies, I wouldn't say you crossed my mind. You stay in place like a roadblock, jamming every traffic lane along the highway. Maybe you're still here because I want you to stay. I think about you every day. Well, bro, put on a jazz solo record now. Let's see. I do think an album vibe would be great. Very acoustic. Kind of reminds me of Tom Waits. Oh, you want to hear one of my Tom Waits? I'm a big Tom fan. I'll show you Tom Waits. This is a good song. If I can figure it out. Okay. lying face down on its label that I don't remember burning through last night. And a wine key winking at me from a glistening purple bottle on an orange carpet soaked in morning light. There's a topless woman snoring with her head beneath a pillow, but I'm too afraid to check how good she looks. And I'm sure this goddamn headache's gonna kill me right before I overdose on all the aspirin that I took. Both eyes pointed at the ceiling, why a nauseating feeling swims in circles from my stomach to my throat. But it's given me a reason to get going here this morning, even if it's just to find some antidote. Standing naked in the kitchen, fishing through the fridge for some forsaken week-old fried food I'd forgotten there. With the scent of dry tequila on my beard that's half as fragrant as the day-old cigarette smoke on my hair. Now the mirror paints a picture of a sorry-looking bastard stretched out on a beer-stained sofa in a slump. He is thinking back a wife ago, remembering that life ago, and grinning at the bum he had become. There's a baby out there wailing, and a robin on a railing, and a junkie saving up to buy some dope. But this cup of cold black coffee makes the bottom feel less rocky, so I guess I'm staying on the slippery slope. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is very Tom Waitsy. I knew it. I knew it when I did it. Yeah. I wrote a bunch that are way too high for me. I can't sing. Um, but I'm gonna start working with a very good singer to record some of these next year, so that'll be nice. I'm not gonna sing, but I just need to get to place with hello from SoCal. Hey. I'll show you another standard you won't. I don't know. You guys dig it? you are almost alone. Slide a hand down that pocket and just turn off the phone. Save that long explanation you've been dying to give for somebody who'll listen, and just get up and leave. Get yourself through the doorway and the scene will transform. There is no heavy weather in the eye of a storm. There is nothing that keeps you in your personal hell. Cross that wide open jail door in your small prison cell. You can simply start walking, turn away from the light, and just follow your shadow to the end of the night. Every hill that you died on shrinks away in the glass of a cracked rearview mirror. With your back to the past, you do not need a pardon. Wave goodbye to the guard. You can just leave the cell block and the gray prison yard. Don't look back, don't look forward. Keep your eyes to the ground. You should simply keep walking and do not turn around. Let's see. Title? I don't know. I haven't come up with a title. Keep walking. Keep walking's not bad for that one. I suppose we'll take it. Gay? Never mind. It's pretty good. That's great. I love that. That's great. I'm gonna name it that. Gay, never mind. It's pretty good. I don't know. It is gay. There's nothing that will make a man feel gayer than writing a bunch of songs. It's like objectively a soft thing to do. But, you know. Did you catch a cold? No, I did not catch a cold. Shut that up. A thousand songs later, and now you're a stranger, a chapter in some dusty book, a face I'm forgetting, a memory I'm letting back through for another last look. I'm here to deliver a remnant, a sliver, the flame of a dim violet light, the sting of a cold snap, bundled in gift wrap to settle an old appetite. You had to deceive me. Anyways, I gotta go to bed. See you guys soon.